This has to be the greatest start to a manga ever. You flip to the first page, the very first page, and the man's guts is already laying pipe. What an absolute unit of a man. No introduction needed. Straight to coochie crushing. At least, I would say that if he wasn't piping a literal monster. This spooky ass demon seduced my man, thinking she tricked him. But nah, Guts pulled out that Uno reverse card, and I don't think I gotta tell you what happened after that. So after that whole ordeal, Guts continues his travels, and he comes across this tavern, where we've got these thug-ass soldiers messing with this little elf. They are some absolute menaces just tormenting this dude. So Guts walks in and he's like, damn, it's noisy as hell in this bar. Hey Mr. Bartender, I'm gonna mess up your shop a bit. And then he proceeds to pull out his piece and catch 3 bodies. Ooh, Guts is a menace. He hit this brother in the neck, mouth, and eye. Utterly disrespectful. So there's this one dude left, looking absolutely dumbfounded at the slaughter he just witnessed. Look at your goofy ass. You know what? Your nose is looking kinda bare. You could use some ice there. Oh, really? You think so? Yeah, let me help you out with that. Oh, Guts is built different. He walks up to him and starts questioning his ass. You from that Coca Castle, right? Well, I got a message for your boss. Tell him the Black Swordsman has come. Meanwhile, someone tries to be a hero and sneaks up behind Guts. So he pulls out the nuttiest sword you have ever seen. This is that Dark Souls strength build sword. This shit's straight out of Kaled. Just look at the girth on this thing. You best believe you need 99 strength to even dream of wielding this. But you also best believe Guts been scaling strength since the very beginning. Because the very next panel, he cuts this man clean in half. And then he just walks out like nothing happened. Look at his face. Content. Anyways, that elf from earlier starts following Guts. But Guts ain't having none of it. And apparently the local ops ain't having none of it either. Because the whole crew pulls up. Guts gets captured and tortured. And in the middle of it, the mayor shows his face. He's like, listen. You basically sentenced my entire town to death. You pissed off the wrong man. Turns out the mayor and Coca Castle have this side thing going on, where the mayor sends them women and children, and they agree to not wipe them off the face of the earth. So obviously this mayor is thinking, damn, we are dead as hell. Get my carriage ready. I'm going to Coca Castle myself. But long story short, the Lord there doesn't care. He just wants death and destruction. Literal demon. Now, meanwhile, Guts gets thrown into the cellar. So, Guts is lying there, and he sees this nasty-ass creature in there. Man starts freaking out, and honestly, I don't blame him. If I saw an aborted fetus start crawling towards me, I'd start freaking out too. That thing probably give me COVID-19 and 20. But the homie Puck pulls up with the keys to the cell, and the shit just disappears. Luckily, since Puck is an elf, he has the ability to heal Guts. So he hits him with that quick med mist, and the brother is back in action. While he's doing that, Puck gets a good close look at Guts, and realizes he's got this brand on his neck. Now, I ain't no genius, but considering that the same symbol is on the front of the book, I'ma assume it's important. Puck starts asking Guts about it, but my man ain't exactly the talkative type. But Puck keeps on running his mouth, so Guts hits him with that emotional sucker punch. Anyone who dies because they get caught up in someone else's fight is a small fry who doesn't have the strength to survive in the first place. If someone can't live their life the way they please, they might as well die. Ooh! This man is ice cold. Well, Puck starts thinking to himself, damn, I'm pretty weak. What's up with that? Why you save me then? And Guts just laughs. Bro, you think I'd save your sorry ass? So Puck starts crying like a bitch and flies off, leaving Guts in that cell. Well, you know that brand I mentioned earlier? Well, it starts bleeding. And somehow that tells Guts that shit is going down. And he's right, shit do be going down. The town is getting absolutely trampled right now. Those Coca Castle soldiers rolled up and just Tanya von Dugenschaft that town. I'm talking innocent people being utterly eradicated. But this army is being led by a demon. And let's just say, Guts isn't exactly fond of demons. So he pulls up and instantly starts catching bodies. He's just mowing people down. They don't stand a chance against him. But anyways, the main boss pulls up and he's like, My brother in Christ, you really made my army look pretty bitch-made right there. I hereby challenge you to a 1v1. So best believe Guts accepts, and they get to scrapping. And Guts is just laying down the fire with his fully auto crossbow or whatever the hell it is. God damn, that's tight. He drops a full mag into this dude, reloads, and proceeds to drop another mag. Oh, ain't no way this man's still alive. Guts already knows this man is on his last legs. He goes to finish the job. Psych! The demon man transforms and... Oh no. No way this is the man's face. This is nasty. Guts, go finish this thing off. So while this thing is barely breathing, Guts starts tormenting it. And he starts asking about these people called the God Hand. But this man don't got no answers for him, so he just leaves his ass to burn. And Guts tells him to savor it. Oh, hell no, this is brutal. Guts, you are a different breed. Well, Guts decides to continue looking for the God Hand. So he sets off again, where he meets back up with Puck. But he's like, what your sorry ass doing out here? Fuck away from me, I don't want to catch your weakness. So Guts leaves his ass and gets back to stepping. Well, it starts raining and a carriage pulls up. Guts, being the antisocial type he is, doesn't want to hop in, but they press it and he's like, damn, what the hell? Might as well hop in. And would you look at who's in there? Puck. So Guts sits down and he actually starts talking a bit, or more defending his way of life against this priest. But he decides to take a nap. He had enough of speaking. And the priest's daughter pulls a blanket on him. Look at this face. You already know she's thinking, those muscles. I want a taste of those. Calm down, you skank. You met this man like 5 minutes ago, and you already want to secure a spot at his baby mama. So Guts finally falls asleep, but this man just can't catch a break. Because even in his dreams, he's fighting demons. I mean, come on now, just let the man catch a... We'll close that. So Guts is getting tormented in his dreams. And would you look at who's back, the aborted fetus returns. Guts ain't having none of it. He wakes up from his dream and kills the demon that was giving him that nightmare. Now obviously, everyone in that carriage is freaking out. But they about to be freaking out a whole lot more. Because they just stumbled over a graveyard. And they ain't exactly the friendly type. R.I.P. baby mama prospect. So the literal undead rises up. And you know, the thing about the undead is, they're kind of already dead. So the only way for Guts to win is to continuously fight off this army until the sun finally breaks. Luckily, Guts is just a machine. He goes super angry mode and just dominates the fight. The sun finally breaks through and Guts is victorious. But that carriage is kind of gone, so back to stepping. So some time passes, but we're in this new kingdom now, where this Oompa Loompa Jabba the Hutt looking ass is out here ordering people to get executed. So this one lady just got beheaded for being a heretic. But we all know that's cap. And so does Guts, because he picks up her decapitated head, writes the spooky symbol in blood on her forehead, and yeets that shit at this lard bucket. Oh, that is disrespectful. Perhaps a declaration of war? I think the fuck it is. If I had some woman's decapitated skull hurled at me, you best believe the hands are coming out. That ass whooping is booked and scheduled. So Jabba here orders all his men to kill Guts. But I think we already know where this is going. Even this captain ain't no match for Guts. He breaks his entire weapon and proceeds to curb stomp his ass. Oh, this is just foul. The disrespect. After that, the Knights still got him surrounded, but they don't really want to do shit. I mean, if I just watched my boss get the absolute shit rocked out of him, I wouldn't want to do anything either. So they're kind of at this stalemate until this mysterious ass dude comes in and rescues Guts. To be honest, I thought this was going to be like some old granny witch or whatnot, but you'll see in a second that that is not the case. So this person leads Guts and Puck back to their house, and is that a baby in a jar? Oh, hell no. Guts is like, best believe you didn't just invite me in this dusty ass crib. Man's mood is foul. And honestly, I can't blame him. If someone ever tries to take me to a place as nasty as this, oh, I'm gonna be pretty pissed off as well. Guts ain't having none of it. In fact, he just kicks this man over in his own house. Like, best believe you're not talking to me. I'm the one who asked the questions here. And then we see it. That's when we see how utterly disgusting this man has become. Homie really built like the Orphan of Kos. Looking like a Dark Souls boss out here. Miyazaki, come get your mans. Because what in God's name happened to you? Actually, we do figure that out, but it is so graphic and gruesome that Emperor Susan probably wouldn't like it. I already got one community guideline warning, and I'm not trying to get another one. So Guts is just chilling, and this thing just keeps begging him to seek revenge on his behalf and kill the Count. But Guts is like, man, keep your grubby ass hands to yourself. And keep your distance. Your ugliness might be contagious, and I don't want to catch it. Just as he says that, guess who comes back? That's right, the bastard from earlier. My brother in Christ, that curb stomp kinda hurt, so I'ma pay your ass back twofold. What makes you think you can beat me? I whooped your ass once, I'll do it again. Hot, too bad I got some upgrades, bitch. Oh no, this man became a tentacle monster from those hentai, and he's an ugly bastard. That's it, hide the women, get them as far away from this man. Thank God he don't got the classic cut though, then it'd be too late. There'd be no saving them then. Anyways, they're throwing hands, and this dusty ass crib is absolutely falling apart. But no matter how much damage Guts inflicts on this man, it ain't enough. He just won't die. So Guts has only one option left. Bury his ass in the house and dip. So they flee to the sewers and part ways. Oh, and R.I.P. old man. Looks like the hentai beast isn't quite done yet. Well, not R.I.P. yet, but you know it's coming. Because look where we're at again. It's the gallows. And our favorite Bloodborne boss reject is at the block. Obviously, Guts ain't gonna do shit. He's like, yeah, it's your fault for being ugly and weak. L plus ratio, R.I.P. Bozo. But Puck ain't having it. So he goes to try and save him. But he does absolute jack shit. Mans ends up knocking himself out and getting captured immediately. But Guts ain't watching any of this. Instead, he's busy getting worked up by the aborted fetus for a third time. But now it reminds me of that ugly brother from earlier. Rest in peace. So Guts finds where they're throwing away his head, and he swears to it that he will succeed in killing the Pillsbury Doughboy. Apparently the dead really like Guts, because they want in on his vengeance, and homie starts going demon hours. Looking like he smoked some of that good Zaza out here. But Guts ain't having none of that. He wants nothing to do with the dead, because the dead have died, and that means they are certified bitch made. So Guts obviously starts to sneak level 100 in that castle, but while he's doing that, Puck and his dumbass have been locked up in a bird cage, and the Count is gifting him to his daughter. Oh hell no, ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Bro, if I got gifted to a girl as a pet, end me right there. Actually, hold up. She kinda cute. Jarvis, get me an age scan on Therisia.
Teresa. Age. 13.
Well, I'll be damned. Anyways, Therisia and Puck start talking, and it turns out that she's been stuck in her room for the past 7 years. Apparently, some pagans kidnapped and sacrificed her mom 7 years ago, and ever since then, she's been locked in her room until Count Chubster can cleanse the world of these heretics. Except, spoiler alert, he kind of becomes one himself. But we'll get back to that, because right now, Mr. Black Air Force Energy himself, Guts, is on a rampage. Hentai Man, dead. 50 soldiers, hanging in the afterlife. Even this absolute unit of a man, in 2 pieces now. And now it's just him and Mr. Roly-Poly himself. But he ain't no hunk of human who can only dream of standing. No, this is 100% certified demon. And just like his human form, he is big. So Guts gets to swinging, but it's taken everything from him just to even graze this thing. He is so utterly massive. I mean, look at Guts, laying there like a bitch. Don't make me take away your status as a real one, because right now, it looks like you're about to get done in by this looking ass bitch. But Puck and Therisia pull up just in time, and Mr. Supersize Me is clearly distressed. because his daughter was the last person he wanted to have see him in this form. And Guts catches on to that, so he takes her as a hostage. Jesus, I'm sorry for doubting you, Guts. So he blows his arm cannon in this man's face, but his hand is looking a little bit groovy. So this man pulls a Zora and wields his sword in his mouth. I can barely tell who the demon is right here. Is it this literal slug or is it Guts, this ruthless being? Even after downing him, he just starts stabbing this man. And look how much fun he's having. Bro, in front of his daughter, you have zero chill. Look at his face. This is the happiest we've seen him this entire manga. But don't celebrate too quickly, because there's this little item called the Behelit. Let me rewind a little bit. This weird looking egg was something Mr. Godskin Noble himself stole from the castle long ago. And it's pretty important. At least important enough for Guts to take it as a down payment for killing the Count. And it's also something that the literal personification of, she isn't interested, really wants back. Well, the Behelit got drenched in blood from the fight, and so it fast travels everyone to the staircase room from Squid Game, which is where we meet him, Griffith. Now Guts is pissed, like mega pissed. I've never seen a man look so angry in his life. And if he wasn't angry already, then the next words that are about to leave Griffith's mouth would certainly seal the deal. Because they are perhaps the most foul combination of words to ever be concocted. The other God Hand are all discussing how Guts is going around killing their subordinates. And Griffith says, "My brother in Christ, this Black Swordsman's petty existence is beneath our notice." No way he just said that. Guts is mad pissed now. Despite all his injuries, he still grabs his sword and tries to swing it at Griffith. But he gets his ass knocked out. And then they turn to Mr. My 600-pound life and give him this ultimatum. "My brother in Christ, if you wish not to die, you will need to sacrifice something dear to you." That cute ass daughter of yours. "Or you will end up joining hell, the endless pool of souls, where you will phase into nothingness." And while he's making this decision, we learn what really happened to the Count's wife 7 years ago. She wasn't sacrificed by pagan heretics, nah. The Count walked in on her in the middle of a massive orgy. Bruh, this man got cucked so hard he turned into a demon. Just take the L. Don't even think about reviving yourself. You can't come back after that, you're done. Just join the soul suit, which is exactly what he does. And Puck, Guts, and Theresia all fast travel back to the castle, or at least what's left of it. Now this bitch is delusional. She's crying, asking to go back to her room, saying shit like she'd be better off dead. So Guts is like, "Oh really? Look at that knife right there. You could do it right now." So she picks it up and starts trying to slice her wrist. Although she's clearly an amateur because she's going horizontal. Everyone knows down the river's the way to go if you want results. But anyways, Puck stops her, but in doing so, she shifts her weight and the ground beneath her falls. So Guts saves her with his sword. Damn, that has gotta hurt like a bitch. But she lives, and you wanna know how this ungrateful bitch thanks him? She starts blaming him for all of this. She starts saying shit like, "I swear, one day I'll kill you." But she's just a 13-year-old girl, so Guts just says, "Bet, come at me whenever then." However, right there on the last set of pages, we get to see behind Guts' stone-cold demeanor, we see this man cry. Dear Lord, this must be the end of the world. Guts, the same Guts who ran through a whole crew with zero emotion, is crying. Damn, looks like this man's been through some shit. Let me give him a second. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we end the story today. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because next time we're tackling the Golden Age arc, where we roll the clocks back and learn about how Guts became the Black Swordsman.
Hello from Sahara Desert. We have heard you are not subscribed to Senpai Supreme. That is very haram. Subscribe now and Allah will gift you 72 kawaii anime woman in the afterlife. Goodbye.